Welcome back to another video, and today we got an interesting one. We got Bitcoin, we got Moderna, and we've got some moves that I'm making. So I'm going to actually try to make this a pretty quick video. I'm trying to make my last rounds, and basically there's some things that I need to do before I go on my little army field trip. So I'm trying to make sure that I make those rounds, make sure that I get to see people before I leave for 9 months. I hope that I can post while I am gone for those 9 months. But anyways, I just wanted to get into these two stories, what I'm doing, and this should be a pretty fast video. So anyways, let's get into this. This on the screen right here is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has been jumping around. It hit an all-time high, and recently I did jump in. I put about $120 in, and last time I checked, I was up to about $123 on my Bitcoins, and that changes all the time. Literally, when I started organizing this video, Bitcoin was at 18,600, and I refreshed the page, and it is at 18,900. I bet if I refresh the page, oh, it's at the same level. But basically every time you turn around, Bitcoin is doing something crazy. So for those of you guys out there that do not understand the Bitcoin hype, basically the hype behind Bitcoin is that there can only be 21 million Bitcoins mined. So with that said, the more money that comes into Bitcoin, let me just show you guys the market cap here. Bitcoin market cap, and obviously it's just changed here, is 199 billion. So taking that, if you assume that the Bitcoin, people bought into Bitcoin, basically the demand for Bitcoin went up to the point where enough money poured into it where it represented, let's say, the US economy, which is approximately $21 trillion. Well, at that point, Bitcoin would be worth 105 times more than it is now. So for me, that represents an outsized opportunity. And look, I'm not going to go too deep into the technology. There are plenty of videos out there. For you guys that don't know, I would definitely look into Bitcoin and see if you guys are interested in investing in it. But I just think that it's worth me putting a little bit of money into Bitcoin. It's one of those things where I see that the risk reward is pretty big depending on how little capital I put in there. Probably not willing to put in, more than 4 or 5% of my total portfolio value. So anyways, that's the news on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is hitting all-time highs. It's funny, if you listen to like somebody like a Peter Schiff, he really hates Bitcoin. I don't particularly hate Bitcoin. I don't hate gold. I like both of them. I like stock market. I like getting dividends. Yeah, I just like assets. So anyways, let's move on to the next one. Vaccine news. Apparently, this vaccine is doing very well from Moderna. So Moderna's vaccine trial. So apparently everyone who received the Moderna vaccine, none of them had severe symptoms. And the people who did have symptoms, they didn't have very severe symptoms. So as we can see here, biotech company Moderna announced the final results of the 30,000 person efficacy trial for its candidate in a press release today. Only 11 people who received 2 doses of the vaccine developed COVID-19 symptoms after being infected with the pandemic coronavirus, versus 185 symptomatic cases for the placebo effect. That's 94% efficacy. So basically this vaccine works. And the question is, should you buy into Moderna? And personally, I just have a different investing philosophy. This stock has been going crazy. I believe it's up something like 700 or 800% since it went IPO. And that's a great return looking backwards. But as they say, past returns do not guarantee future results. And one thing that I want people to make sure that they understand is that if you look at Moderna's EPS since 2017, we see negative $4.18. We see negative $4.95. We see negative $1.55. Yes, this is a huge profit opportunity because, as we know, the government is willing to pay whatever for this to get this out for free, so we can get the economy back running. But in my mind, I just don't think that with my investing philosophy that I need to run in and invest in either Moderna or Pfizer because of a vaccine. So I don't think that it's a healthy way to invest to say this company's going to make a bunch of money because of something that they did, unless you have very strong conviction in that company for the long term. I want to be a long-term boss. I want to be someone who's owning these companies for the long term. So just making a little short-term play is not really in my interest. So anyways, that is my thoughts on Moderna and Bitcoin. And let's go into the meat of the video, which is this net worth update. So right here, we got checking accounts. So obviously we see here the net worth has gone up to 90,800. I believe it was at 79,000 last time. So we're up about 11K on the month. This is before getting paid this week, so it should be about 93 to 95 by the end of this month. So we should be hitting six figures sometime in January, I believe, depending on how this market behaves. So anyways, checking accounts, we got about 500. We are getting close to funding that emergency fund. I want to get 15,000 in there. We got 3,600 in there. 61K in investments and in the market. We still got pretty similar amounts of, so I changed the car amount. Car amount went up by $100, and property amount, we're just keeping that the same. Paid down about $300 in my property debt. All of these credit cards, they are at zero because I pay them off every month. And then we've still got about the same amount of credit card rewards. We're at 920. I treat those as if they're cash because you can use them as if they're cash. I usually use them to cash out for Amazon gift cards. So anyways, hopefully you guys like this video. This one's pretty quick because, like I said, I want to see my family. Just kind of trying to get everything shaken out. Oh, we got one more thing. Sorry, we got one more thing. And that is over here. This is not one of your productivity YouTubers. This is an app called Microsoft Word. It's not very fancy, guys. I'm sorry to disappoint. But anyways, these are the big highlights for the month. So YouTube started paying me. Finally got in a check for $138. It's taken me about 6 hours a piece to make each one of these videos. I believe this will be the 123rd video. So per hour, it's looking a little shaky, but you know, that's kind of how the entrepreneur life goes. Amazon affiliates started paying me. So every time I link those books down below, the ones that I am looking at, the ones that are always in my description, when people do buy them, it does help support the channel, so far in a very small way, but eventually that will become a larger source of revenue for me. So I thank you guys for buying those, and I hope you guys enjoy the books that I have linked down below. Okay, and this is a big move that I'm making, having tenants while I'm away. So while I'm gone, there will be tenants. They're paying most of my expenses, as it says right here. $743 is what I'll be paying out of pocket, plus obviously I'm going to have to buy my own food, except for the times when the Army will be providing my food. Number 4, downgraded my insurance. So this is a good little gem for people who, maybe if you know somebody who deploys, who's going to deploy, make sure you downgrade to park insurance. So essentially what that is you downgrade your insurance to the point where you have to have it in a locked and secured garage, your car. And if you put your car in a locked and secured garage, you basically pay nothing on your premium. So that's their little incentive to get you to basically not cancel your insurance, but just to make sure that you keep a very cheap version of insurance. So that'll save me a little bit of money every month. I'm not sure exactly what that number is going to look like, but that is going to save me some money every month. And I will be focusing on my 2021 plan, which I'll go through right now. I'll put a screenshot on the screen right here. So money goals 2022, 2021, 20,000 in cash. So right now we're sitting at that. It was 36,000. That's a little off right there. Max out TSP and max out Roth IRA. These are in order of precedence, by the way. Debt-free trip savings. So I definitely want to reward myself after we've maxed out the Roth IRA, after we've maxed out the TSP, and after we've made the savings goal. So after that, I'm going to save up for a trip. Myself and the girlfriend, we're planning to take a trip over to Hawaii or to Nevada, whichever one she decides. I don't know. I don't care either way. Kind of a homebody. So we will be doing that. Got to keep the happy wife, happy life. You know how it goes. Anyway, $30,000 in individual accounts. That is my next goal after the debt-free trip. And the last two things, real estate savings account. I will be doing that through the HM Bradley account, which is a 3% savings account. And the last one, lowest on precedent, is $3,000 for a Vanguard 529 account. As you can see down there at the bottom, all of this is going to cost $88,615. So that means after tax, after expenses, I need to make that between now and 2021. So that is the goal. Hopefully I can smash that goal. I would like for you to smash that like button. That would help me out tremendously getting towards that goal. And anyways, I hope that these videos really help you guys just to see how I'm actually running my financial life. So this isn't smoke and mirrors. This isn't like, oh, you know, me trying to pump a stock. It's none of that stuff. It's not me trying to flex. It's literally me saying, hey, I think that anybody can do this stuff. I think that anybody can do this stuff. So I'm showing how I'm doing it out in the open, showing that, you know, it's not glamorous. It's not overnight, but it can be done and it gets better every single month. So hopefully you guys like this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video.